Dear students, this is Dr. Ajay Kumar once again, now dealing with boiler trial and heat balance sheet. So dear students, this boiler trial and heat balance sheet is conducted for 4 to 8 hours of running to see the detailed information regarding pressure, temperature, rate of feed water supplied, thermal efficiency of the plant, and steam generating capacity, right, during a test period. So generally, at least after a steady rate for 2 hours, readings are taken after each every 10 to 15 minutes, and then we prepare heat balance sheet. So this heat balance sheet is represented on the basis of kilojoule per minute or on the basis of heat energy per kg of fuel burned or on the percentage basis. So here written kilojoule, kilojoule, this is a total amount of heat, that is we call it heat supplied, that is by burning of fuel. So that is calculated total heat Q is equal to mass of fuel multiplied by its calorific value. So considering this Q as a 100%. Now dear students, this heat balance sheet means this 100% heat is utilized in different components of boiler plant. So first, heat is supplied in generating steam in the boiler itself. So let us consider it is a Q1 value, and what is the percentage. So immediately here we can calculate Q1 upon Q into 100. So this percentage we can write over here. In the same way, after producing steam in the boiler itself, that steam goes to superheater for superheating. Suppose heat utilized by superheater is Q2, likewise you can convert percentage, that is Q2 upon Q multiplied by 100 over here. Now this after superheater, steam goes to steam turbine for production of mechanical power and then electrical power, right? Then hot gas, which is supplied to superheater, hot gas or flue gas you can say, supplied to the superheater. After losing heat to the superheater, that hot gas goes to economizer for heating water which is supplied to boiler. So for supplying hot water to boiler, this economizer helps in. So it is now called heat utilized in economizer for feed water heating. So let us, it is Q3. This Q3 you can calculate with help like say mCp dt. M is your mass of water, Cp of water, that is 4.187 kilojoule per kg Kelvin, and just temperature difference. So Q3 you can calculate. Then after losing heat to economizer, that flue gas goes to air preheater, where atmospheric air is heated and hot air at the outlet of air preheater goes to boiler for burning of fuel in the furnace. So all these, dear students, all these three devices, superheater, economizer and air preheater, all these three devices are called accessories which are helping to increase efficiency of a boiler plant. All these three. Right. Now, dear students, move to item number 5, that is heat carried away by flue gases through chimney. Now, the plant is designed in a such a way that after losing heat to air preheater, this hot gas is having only sufficient heat to go through chimney and then to outside due to density difference. So, this heat is, let us say, Q5, is with this one it goes out from the chimney. Then serial number 6, that is heat loss due to presence of hydrogen and moisture. So sometime it has been observed in the fuel like coal, hydrogen is already present and moisture also. So some amount of heat is lost in burning hydrogen. This hydrogen converts into steam and moisture also converts into steam. So some amount of heat is required, that is your, let us say, Q6. Then item number 7, heat loss due to incomplete combustion of carbon to carbon monoxide. So it is assumed that whole quantity of carbon should be converted into carbon dioxide. If some incomplete burning takes place, converting into carbon monoxide, so this extra heat is lost. So that is Q7. So now come to serial number 8, that is heat lost due to unburnt fuel, that is collected on the ash pit at the bottom of the furnace. So that is Q8. Now last item, dear students, that is heat lost due to radiation and convection, that is calculated by difference. Suppose it is your Q9. So Q9 is equal to this total value Q, and then summation of all, that is from Q1 to Q8. Summation of all Q1 to Q8 is written over here. So dear students, here it comes, this one is coming 100% over here, and this percentage also, all these percentage also, after adding it should come 100%. Even this total heat Q in form of kilojoule, and here also total it should come same amount as a kilojoule or in other unit, kilojoule per kg, like this. So this is about your boiler's heat balance sheet. So please students, be careful. This figure should match with this figure and this figure should match with this figure. So this is all about heat balance sheet or boiler trial. Now dear students, we will be going to boiler performance. This is very important thing for solving numericals. Always numerical problems are asked based on boiler performance. So dear students, in boiler performance mainly we focus about an important term called equivalent evaporation and boiler efficiency. These are very important parameters to measure the performance of a boiler. Right. So before defining these two, one thing is important, that is called evaporation rate. That is Evaporation capacity of a boiler is calculated in the form of kg per kg of fuel or kg per meter square per hour or kg per meter cube per hour. So this meter cube is written for gaseous fuel, this is for solid fuel, meter square is for furnace area. So these are the units to express evaporating capacity of a boiler. Right? Now, dear students, come to equivalent evaporation. This is very, very important. What is this one? So, equivalent evaporation is introduced to see the performance of different boilers. Suppose we are going to compare 4 to 5 boilers for their performance. It means before getting performance of different boilers, the criteria should be fixed. That criteria is a standard one, and that is nothing but an assumptions, that is whatever water is supplied to boiler should be at 100 degrees centigrade. Evaporation of this water at this temperature should take place at same temperature and at a standard atmospheric pressure of 1.01325 bar, which is already equal to 76 centimeter of mercury. Right? And third one is steam produced should be just dry or dry saturated, having dryness fraction x is equal to 1, that is quality of steam. So these three standard parameters should be fulfilled for all 4 to 5 boilers to judge their performance. So therefore equivalent evaporation is defined as the rate of generation of steam which would be achieved if the feed water was supplied at 100 degrees centigrade and converted into dry steam at 100 degrees centigrade and at a standard atmospheric pressure of this value. Right, now students, if water is supplied at 100 degrees centigrade, as you know, under standard atmospheric pressure, if water reaching, let us say, from 40 or 45 degrees centigrade to 100 degrees centigrade, now at 100 degrees centigrade, that water takes latent heat of evaporation to convert into steam, and that latent heat of evaporation, that is 2256.9, that is your this value HFG at 1.01325 bar standard atmospheric pressure. Right, now, so this is your definition. So definition of equivalent evaporation is, this is the amount of steam produced when water is supplied at 100 degrees centigrade. Evaporation takes place at standard atmospheric pressure and produced steam should be dry or dry saturated. And henceforth, students, generally it is written as in definition from and at 100 degrees centigrade for water evaporation. Right, now let us go to correlation for this equivalent evaporation. So dear students, mw, let us say it is a mass of water actually evaporated into steam per hour per kg of fuel burnt. Please remember unit kg per kg of fuel. This kg is meant for amount of steam produced or water evaporated in the form of steam, and this kg is for fuel consumed. Right? Now HS is your enthalpy of steam, that is kilojoule per kg. HW enthalpy of feed water, kilojoule per kg, for per kg. Of course, that's why small letters of enthalpy written, that meant for per kg. Now we can calculate at actual condition what is total heat absorbed by water, that is your mw and hs minus hw. So this is for steam, this is for water supplied. Right, so this is for actual condition. Now for standard condition. So at this standard condition, what is the rate of heat absorbed by water, which is equal to m equivalent evaporation and that HFG. Right. So now we should equate these two equations. Right. So here it is. Then equating these two equations, we can calculate equivalent evaporation ME. It comes like this. Putting the value of HFG like this. So this is very important equation for equivalent evaporation. Right. Now dear students, this ratio HS minus HW divided by HFG is called factor of evaporation or generation factor, which is always greater than unity. So please remember, sometimes directly this value is given HS minus HW upon HFG. So this value should be always greater than 1. Now dear students, let us move to calculate another important value, that is boiler efficiency, or we call it thermal efficiency. Very important parameter. So this boiler efficiency is defined as the rate of actual heat, that is energy utilized by feed water in converting it into steam in the boiler to energy, right, that is released by complete combustion of fuel during the same time, and heat released by combustion of fuel. Right. So we can calculate this much amount of heat is supplied at actual condition, and by burning of fuel this much heat is supplied. So we can calculate in this way boiler efficiency. Right. Next parameter, students, is economizer efficiency. So economizer efficiency, as you know, suppose this is your economizer. In this way, flue gas going, and in this way suppose water flows. Right. So we can calculate heat absorbed by feed water in economizer. Our purpose of economizer is to heat water which is supplied to boiler. So this hot water supplied to boiler. So here let us say temperature is TW2, here temperature is TW1. So we can say mass of water, specific heat of water, and then temperature difference TW2 minus TW1. So as in heat again we can write this, and then since heat is transferred from this flue gas to water like this, so input energy is your heat lost by flue gas, that is hot gas. So this is amount of gas, its specific heat, and then temperature difference Tg minus Ta. Suppose here it is your temperature Tg and Ta is your atmospheric temperature or boiler house temperature. So in this way we can calculate economizer efficiency. So students, now we will be going to solve numerical problems with help of all these eco-binary evaporation, boiler efficiency and all.